Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision Horror Podcast. Something different again today. So, Dream Eater, which is the second movie under Eli Roth's horror section imprint, uh, is in select theaters right now. And I was super bummed to not only miss this at Beyond Fest when I was in LA earlier this month, but also it's not playing by me in Tennessee. And Ray went to his local AMC yesterday and saw this, and here's his review.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision. This is Ray, and this is a special reaction episode. I just watched Eli Roth Presents Dream Eater, which I thought was a fantastic little horror movie. A few things to know. This is, I think it may be his second film that Eli Roth has produced, under his horror section new banner. His first was Jimmy and Stiggs, and this is fantastic. That being said, it's only producer credits, the distribution rights in name that has Roth attached to it. So it's completely new, original voices. It is a production company called Blind Luck Pictures, and it was written, produced, and directed by three people. Jay Drakulik, who was kind of the main director for the film, but he also shares those credits with Mallory Drum and Alex Lee Williams, who both actually star in the film as Alex and Mallory. It's an incredibly small production. Apparently they shot it over 9 days mostly inside of this cabin in Canada, and focuses on this couple. And what is happening is that the boyfriend, Alex, is having parasomnia events where he's sleepwalking. And after particularly violent, you hear the 911 call for that Mallory places at the beginning of the film where he has injured himself and cut himself on a window. She becomes frightened. They contact a doctor. The doctor suggests you need to start documenting what he's doing. So, being a documentary filmmaker, she has started documenting his episodes. And they decide to go out of town for his birthday, his 30th birthday, and rent this cabin. And the atmosphere really adds to the film. It's winter. It's this cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's nothing within walking distance of them. There's just woods and them and this work shed that the cabin has. There is a crawl space under which you have to go get into to activate the breakers and the electricity and the water heater and everything. So it only adds to that atmosphere of just isolation. And his parasomnia gets worse and worse as the film progresses, to the point where she starts to wonder if it's something more, like something supernatural. And it's really well done, very well acted. It's 90 minutes. It's really tight. It doesn't waste any time. It does kind of exist in the purveyance of found footage horror, which it kind of is, but it kind of isn't, because, like I said, it's her making this documentary. So there's a possibility that by the end of the film that, like, she has taken the events and made them into a documentary, or this has been found. I don't want to give anything away. But that being said, with that limitation of scope, it exists within that. There's only a couple moments where, mostly for, like, just to give us an idea of, like, how remote and isolated the location is, they give us these wide distance shots, but that's the extent of which the camera leaves either one of theirs perspective. It's either her or it's Alex holding a camera documenting what's happening. And there is cameras inside of the home that they've rented, this cabin that they've rented, that are recording as well. So we get their perspective too. But it's very well done. I was very impressed with the actors. Apparently, we have seen both of them in other things before, like as small minor roles. I guess Mallory has been in some additional background scenes in Becky and Diana Gunfight. Alex has been in some things here and there, like kind of small roles. But this basically seems to be a film where these people came up with an idea. They bankrolled it themselves. Apparently the movie was only made for like $100,000, which is incredible that you can still make movies for that amount of money in this day and age. And they did a great job. And it got the right kind of attention, and it got the name Eli Roth attached to it, and he released it. It's probably not playing a whole lot anymore. I saw it at my local AMC. Previous to this day that I went to go see it, it was only playing like maybe once a day at like 8, 9 o'clock. And it just happened to be playing at 4 in the afternoon, on a Monday, and it was going to play again, I think at 7 or 8. If you're hearing this and it's still out, go check it out. Like, as I've said many times on the podcast, like, it's worth supporting indie horror. It's worth supporting people that come up with creative ideas and make interesting things, because that's how they keep making them. That, and like, it's well done. It's interesting. It's not necessarily that original a concept, but it is very well produced, and it's very well made. And with such a small budget, with such a small cast, I find that something worth supporting, because these are the kind of people that if you give them more money and more opportunity, that they probably will come back with something equally great. I always think that the people who get out there and make something with almost nothing available, with just like, apparently I was reading on IMDb that like the two leads, Alex Lee Williams and Mallory Drum, decided to act in the film because not out of ego, but because they were just on such a small budget, and they were like, well, these some of these moments are kind of physical, and this would be a lot to ask an actor. We just don't have the budget for that. We just don't have the time or constraints to do this. So they just did it themselves. And I had no idea going in previous to seeing the film that they were not paid actors. They were just the people that wanted to make the film. And if this is the kind of passion that they put into making something with that small of a budget, on just passion and an idea, then support it, because these are the kind of people that will come back and give us something even greater. It's very well done. It's the scares are pretty smart, and like, it's very tense, and it doesn't rely on like special effects or anything. There's like one effect shot in the entire thing. All the rest of it is just things that happen. There's just and also smartly, like, it creates a tension of like, we're thinking like Mallory, of like, is this just him and his parasomnia? Is it just Alex and his parasomnia and what he's going through? And it's not something supernatural. Like, she, as equally as he, has to be convinced that something more is happening throughout the film, and question, like, is this just possibly part of his condition? But yeah, it's worth checking out. It's a good time. So again, this is Ray for the Horror Vision, and yeah, if you see Eli Roth Presents The Dream Eater playing at the local cinema near you, go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Thanks.
as teenagers beset by demons in the woods. A strange new drug that turns art into murder. A can't beat a deal on a new house with a horrifying past. A video game that might usher in the apocalypse. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of a collection of desires, Shadow Play, and Murder Virus, comes Volume 4, collecting Baker's no sleep work along with several never-before-published short stories. This 99-cent volume also includes the opening chapter of the author's forthcoming teenage giallo novel, Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, due out later this year.